wanted me to change the world, make it better. And I love you. Daddy, I need your help. I know Johnny didn't take Mo's wallet, I know.
Can you believe it's been over 37 years since Dirty Dancing swept us off our feet? From Jennifer Grey's unforgettable Baby to Patrick Swayze's iconic Johnny, this film became a cultural phenomenon, earning over $214 million worldwide and giving us one of the most legendary dance scenes in movie history. But what happened to the cast after that magical summer at Kellerman's? Some rose to Hollywood stardom, while others took unexpected turns, some even stepping away from the spotlight entirely. Get ready for surprises, transformations, and a few heartbreaks as we reveal where the stars of Dirty Dancing are today. Patrick Swayze as Johnny Castle. Few movie characters have left as lasting an impression as Johnny Castle in Dirty Dancing. Played by the late Patrick Swayze, Johnny was the epitome of charm, talent, and resilience. A skilled dancer who defied classist prejudices and, in the process, found love and self-worth. Before his breakthrough as Johnny Castle, Patrick Swayze was already making waves in the entertainment industry. Born on August 18, 1952, in Houston, Texas, Swayze had a deep-rooted connection to dance. His mother, Patsy Swayze, was a renowned choreographer. He trained in ballet and figure skating, setting the foundation for his future in dance-centric roles. Swayze's career began on Broadway, where he replaced the lead role of Danny Zuko in Grease. His Hollywood debut came in Skate Town, USA, but it was The Outsiders that marked his rise to fame. By the time Dirty Dancing came around in 1987, Swayze had already proven himself as a versatile actor, but his role as Johnny Castle catapulted him to superstardom. He even co-wrote and performed the song She's Like the Wind, which became one of the film's most iconic tracks. Following Dirty Dancing, Swayze continued to dominate Hollywood with films like Roadhouse, Ghost, and Point Break. His role in Ghost alongside Demi Moore earned him a Golden Globe nomination and solidified his status as one of the most beloved leading men of his time. Despite his Hollywood success, Swayze remained grounded. He was married to Lisa Niemi for 34 years, having met her in his mother's dance studio when he was 18, and she was 14. Though they had no children, Niemi was Swayze's lifelong partner and biggest supporter. Swayze battled personal demons, including alcoholism, which he later overcame. He found solace in spirituality, practicing Soka Gakkai Buddhism, and exploring different belief systems. Outside of acting, he had a passion for flying and was a licensed pilot. In 2008, Swayze was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Despite his illness, he remained dedicated to his craft, starring in the TV series The Beast while undergoing treatment. He fought bravely but succumbed to the disease on September 14, 2009, at the age of 57. His final film appearance was in Powder Blue, 2009. At the time of his passing, Patrick Swayze had an estimated net worth of $40 million, earned through his successful film and television career. The Dirty Dancing sequel, then in development with Jennifer Grey reprising her role as Baby, has reignited conversations about the magic of the original film. Grey herself has acknowledged that no one can replace Swayze, saying, "There is no recreating the chemistry we had. You never try to repeat something that was magic like that." Patrick Swayze's legacy lives on through his films, his music, and the countless fans who continue to celebrate his extraordinary career. He may be gone, but Johnny Castle, and the man who brought him to life, will never be forgotten. Jennifer Grey as Frances Baby Houseman. Frances Baby Houseman was the wide-eyed, determined young woman at the heart of Dirty Dancing. With her strong sense of justice, deep admiration for her father, and undeniable charm, Baby became a beloved character in film history. Jennifer Grey brought the role to life, making Baby relatable with her mix of innocence and resilience. She quickly won audiences over as she evolved from a naive daddy's girl to a confident dancer who found love and independence. Gray had already made a name for herself before Dirty Dancing, starring as Jeannie Bueller in Ferris Bueller's Day Off and appearing alongside Patrick Swayze in Red Dawn. Despite her growing success, her career trajectory took a complicated turn following a devastating car accident in 1987. While vacationing in Northern Ireland with her then-boyfriend Matthew Broderick, the two were involved in a tragic car collision that killed 2 people. The accident left Gray with severe whiplash and emotional scars, contributing to her decision to step back from the spotlight. After Dirty Dancing, Gray struggled to maintain her Hollywood momentum. A rhinoplasty procedure intended to refine her appearance instead drastically altered her look, making her nearly unrecognizable to casting directors. As a result, her career slowed significantly. However, she never truly disappeared. She continued to work in television and film, with roles in projects such as Red Oaks and guest appearances in Friends and Phineas and Ferb. One of Gray's biggest career comebacks came in 2010 when she competed on Dancing with the Stars. She won the competition, proving she still had the moves that made Baby an icon decades earlier. Her victory was even more meaningful given the physical challenges she faced. During her medical evaluation for the show, doctors discovered she had spinal issues from her 1987 accident, and a cancerous nodule on her thyroid was also found and successfully removed. In her personal life, Gray married actor Clark Gregg, Marvel's Agents of SHIELD, in 2001, and the couple had a daughter, Stella. After nearly 2 decades together, they divorced in 2021. Gray has spoken about rediscovering her Jewish heritage, which became especially significant to her after her daughter's bat mitzvah. In recent years, Gray has been making moves in Hollywood once again. In 2022, she released her memoir, Out of the Corner, offering an intimate look at her life, career, and struggles. Additionally, she is set to return for a Dirty Dancing sequel, not only reprising her role as Baby, but also serving as an executive producer. Now, at 64 years old, Jennifer Gray remains an enduring figure in pop culture. With her memoir, upcoming projects, and continued involvement in entertainment, she is proving that, just like Baby, nobody puts Jennifer Gray in a corner. Jerry Orbach as Jake Houseman. In Dirty Dancing, Jerry Orbach played Dr. Jake Houseman, the loving yet protective father of Frances Baby Houseman. A respected doctor, Jake initially disapproves of Johnny Castle due to his preconceived notions about Johnny's background. Though stern and traditional, Jake ultimately realizes his mistakes and supports Baby's choices, making for one of the film's most heartfelt character arcs. Jerry Orbach was already a well-established actor before Dirty Dancing, having built a remarkable career on Broadway and in film. He gained early acclaim for his work in musical theater, originating the role of El Gallo in The Fantastics and earning a Tony Award for his performance in Promises, Promises. Before stepping into the role of Dr. Houseman, Orbach had appeared in films such as Prince of the City and Crimes and Misdemeanors. While Dirty Dancing brought him a new generation of fans, his most iconic role was still ahead of him. Following Dirty Dancing, Orbach became best known for portraying Detective Lenny Briscoe on Law & Order, a role he played from 1992 until 2004. His portrayal of the sharp-witted, weary homicide detective made him one of television's most beloved law enforcement characters. He also appeared in 6 episodes of Murder, She Wrote and had a memorable guest spot on The Golden Girls, which earned him an Emmy nomination. Beyond live-action performances, Orbach lent his voice to Lumiere, the charming candelabra in Disney's Beauty and the Beast, 1991. His rendition of Be Our Guest remains one of the most iconic Disney musical moments. In personal life, Jerry Orbach was married twice. His first marriage to Marta Curro lasted from 1958 to 1975, and they had 2 sons, Anthony and Christopher. In 1979, he married Broadway dancer Elaine Cancilla, whom he remained with until his passing. Orbach lived in New York City and was known for his love of the Big Apple. He was a recognizable figure in the Hell's Kitchen neighborhood, frequenting local restaurants and shops. His appreciation for the city was honored in 2007 when the intersection of 8th Avenue and 53rd Street was renamed in his memory. In 1994, Orbach was diagnosed with prostate cancer. Despite undergoing treatment, he continued to work tirelessly on Law and Order for nearly a decade. His illness remained largely private until shortly before his death. Jerry Orbach passed away on December 28, 2004, at the age of 69. His death was deeply mourned by fans and colleagues alike. In his honor, Broadway dimmed its marquees, a rare tribute reserved for theater legends. One of Orbach's final wishes was to donate his eyes to the Eye Bank for sight restoration. His donation helped restore vision for 2 individuals, further cementing his legacy as not just a brilliant actor but also a compassionate humanitarian. At the time of his passing, Jerry Orbach had an estimated net worth of $10 million. His contributions to theater, film, and television remain widely celebrated, and his performances continue to inspire new generations of actors. Cynthia Rhodes as Penny Johnson. Cynthia Rhodes portrayed Penny Johnson, the talented and graceful dance instructor at Kellerman's Resort in Dirty Dancing. Penny was Johnny Castle's original dance partner, known for her impressive flexibility and powerful movements on the dance floor. Though Penny and Johnny had a close bond, their relationship remained strictly professional. Penny's storyline became one of the most dramatic in the film, as she faced a life-threatening situation due to a botched abortion, ultimately requiring the help of baby's father, Dr. Houseman, to save her. Before Dirty Dancing, Rhodes had already made a name for herself in Hollywood as an actress, singer, and dancer. Her career began in the 1980 film Xanadu, where she performed as a dancer. This opened doors for her to appear in some of the most famous dance-centric films of the 1980s, including Flashdance, where she played Tina Tech, and Staying Alive, where she starred opposite John Travolta in the Sylvester Stallone-directed Saturday Night Fever sequel. Rhodes also took on a sci-fi role in Michael Crichton's Runaway, where she worked alongside Tom Selleck and Gene Simmons. Aside from film, Rhodes showcased her musical talent in several music videos, including those of Toto's Rosanna and Richard Marx's Don't Mean Nothing. She even briefly served as the lead singer of the synth-pop band Animotion. After Dirty Dancing, Rhodes starred in Curse of the Crystal Eye, 1991, which became her final film role. By the early 90s, she had stepped away from Hollywood to focus on her personal life and family. Rhodes met singer-songwriter Richard Marx in 1983 while he was working on the Staying Alive soundtrack. Though she initially felt he was too young, being 7 years his senior, the two eventually reconnected and began dating. They married in 1989 and had 3 sons together. Rhodes fully retired from acting and dancing to focus on raising their children. After 25 years of marriage, she and Marx divorced in 2014. Now 68 years old, Cynthia Rhodes lives a private life in Chicago, far from the entertainment industry. Her decision to leave Hollywood was a personal one, prioritizing motherhood and family over fame. While she hasn't returned to the spotlight, she remains a beloved figure among Dirty Dancing fans who fondly remember her electrifying performances on screen. As of recent estimates, Cynthia Rhodes' net worth is around $9 million, primarily accumulated from her successful film and dance career before retirement. Jack Weston as Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman, the owner of the prestigious Kellerman's Resort in Dirty Dancing, was a no-nonsense businessman who prided himself on maintaining a well-run establishment. He had a long-standing friendship with Dr. Jake Houseman and deeply appreciated him for his medical expertise. Though he seemed gruff and elitist, Max was ultimately a key figure in keeping the resort running smoothly. Jack Weston, the veteran actor who brought Max Kellerman to life, had a long and diverse career in entertainment. Born on August 21, 1924, in Cleveland, Ohio, Weston started acting at a young age and later served in the U.S. Army during World War II. After his military service, he pursued a career in theater, eventually landing a Tony Award nomination for his role in Woody Allen's play The Floating Light Bulb. Weston had an extensive career in film, television, and theater. He was known for his comedic roles in films like Please Don't Eat the Daisies and The Incredible Mr. Limpet, as well as more dramatic and villainous performances, such as his role as a scheming criminal in Wait Until Dark, starring Audrey Hepburn and Alan Arkin. He also appeared in The Thomas Crown Affair, Cactus Flower, and The Four Seasons alongside Alan Alda. In addition to his film work, Weston made appearances on several popular TV shows, including Gunsmoke, The Twilight Zone, and The Hathaways. He even had 2 short-lived sitcoms, My Sister Eileen and The Hathaways. After Dirty Dancing, Weston's last film role was in the 1988 sci-fi comedy Short Circuit 2. He then returned to the stage for a one-night Broadway production of The Odd Couple in 1991 before retiring from acting. In personal life, Weston was married twice. His first marriage was to actress Marge Redmond, best known for her role in The Flying Nun. The couple, who occasionally appeared together on screen, divorced in the 1980s and had no children. Weston later married Laurie Gilks, with whom he had 1 child. They remained together until his passing. Weston was the older brother of Anthony Spinelli, a film director whose birth name was Sam Weinstein. The family was Jewish, and Jack was known for his lifelong support of the Democratic Party. On May 3, 1996, Jack Weston passed away from lymphoma at the age of 71 after a 6-year battle with the disease. Though he is no longer with us, his legacy lives on through his diverse body of work, including his memorable role as Max Kellerman in Dirty Dancing. At the time of his passing, his net worth was estimated to be around $2 million. Jane Brucker as Lisa Houseman. Lisa Houseman, Baby's older sister in Dirty Dancing, was portrayed by Jane Brucker. Lisa is known for her polished appearance, love of dancing, and attraction to male attention. Unfortunately, she fails to see the true nature of Robbie, the womanizing waiter responsible for Penny's pregnancy. Brucker had a background in theater and comedy before landing her role in Dirty Dancing. She was part of the First Amendment improv troupe in New York, where one of her classmates was Bruce Willis. Her role in Dirty Dancing became her most significant acting credit. Notably, she wrote the song Hula Hana, which her character performs in the talent show. Though she was not initially credited for the tune, she finally received recognition in 2002. Following Dirty Dancing, Brucker continued to act in small television roles. Her filmography includes Stealing Home, Bloodhounds of Broadway, and the TV series Dr. Doctor. Her last credited acting role was in the 2009 short film Holding for Miss Kelly. Brucker was born in Falls Church, Virginia, and studied theater at the North Carolina School of the Arts. In her personal life, she was married to actor Brian O'Connor from 1986 to 1993, and the couple had a daughter, Sally. In 2001, she married photographer Raul Vega, and they have a daughter, Rachel. Now 66 years old, Brucker lives a private life with her family, but has occasionally returned to the spotlight. In 2022, she appeared as a guest judge on the dance competition show The Real Dirty Dancing. Though she stepped away from acting, Jane Brucker remains fondly remembered for her role in Dirty Dancing. Her estimated net worth is around $2 million, reflecting her past success in the entertainment industry and her creative contributions to the beloved film. Kelly Bishop as Marge Houseman. Kelly Bishop played Marge Houseman, the elegant and reserved mother of Baby and Lisa Houseman. Before Dirty Dancing, Bishop was already an accomplished stage actress, having won a Tony Award for her role as Sheila in A Chorus Line. Bishop had been a seasoned Broadway performer before landing the role of Marge. She had originally been cast as Vivian Pressman, the role of the older, wealthy seductress, before being recast as Baby's mother. Although her background was in dance, she didn't have a chance to showcase her moves in Dirty Dancing. After Dirty Dancing, Bishop continued working in television, film, and theater. She became widely recognized for portraying Emily Gilmore in the hit TV series Gilmore Girls, which ran from 2000 to 2007, and later reprised her role in Netflix's 2016 revival Gilmore Girls: A Year in the Life. She also starred as Fanny Flowers in Bunheads and played Eleanor Lambert in Netflix's Halston. Most recently, Bishop joined the cast of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel in its 4th season. Bishop was married twice. She was first married to Peter Miller from 1970 to 1975. She later married talk show host Lee Leonard, and the couple remained together until his passing in 2018. She currently resides in South Orange, New Jersey. Kelly Bishop's estimated net worth is around $4 million, primarily from her successful career in theater, television, and film. Lonnie Price as Neil Kellerman. Neil Kellerman, the privileged and somewhat pompous grandson of Max Kellerman, was played by actor Lonnie Price in Dirty Dancing. Neil is a hotel management student at Cornell University and assists his grandfather in running the Kellerman Resort. While polite and well-mannered, he looks down on the resort's dance staff and has an unreciprocated romantic interest in Baby. Despite his efforts, she has eyes only for Johnny Castle. Before stepping into Neil Kellerman's shoes, Lonnie Price had already built a strong foundation in theater, starring in the original Broadway cast of Stephen Sondheim's Merrily We Roll Along in 1981. He was also known to film audiences for his role as aspiring producer Ronnie Crawford in The Muppets Take Manhattan. However, Dirty Dancing remains one of his most recognizable on-screen roles. Following his time in the film, Price gradually shifted away from acting and toward directing, making a significant impact in television and theater. His guest appearances on shows like Law and Order, where he worked with Dirty Dancing co-star Jerry Orbach, were among his last major on-screen roles before he dedicated himself to directing full-time in the mid-1990s. Price's directing career has been nothing short of remarkable. He has helmed episodes of popular TV shows such as Desperate Housewives and Two Broke Girls, and has been heavily involved in Broadway productions. His work in live theater broadcasts has earned him critical acclaim, including Emmy Awards for directing Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street in Concert, and Sondheim, The Birthday Concert. He has also directed several Broadway revivals, including a 2017 production of Sunset Boulevard starring Glenn Close. Most recently, in 2023, Price directed the touring production of Peter Pan, proving his continued dedication to bringing classic stories to life on stage. Born on March 9, 1959, Lonnie Price is currently 65 years old. Though he keeps his personal life relatively private, he remains an influential figure in the theater industry. His estimated net worth is around $5 million, largely due to his successful directing career in both television and theater. While he may not have pursued a long career in front of the camera, Price's work behind the scenes has cemented his legacy in entertainment. Max Cantor as Robbie Gould. Max Cantor played Robbie Gould, the arrogant and manipulative waiter at Kellerman's resort, who not only impregnates Penny but also refuses to take responsibility, leaving her to seek an unsafe abortion. His character further cements his status as the film's main antagonist when he makes advances on Lisa Houseman and lets Johnny take the fall for Penny's pregnancy. Before starring in Dirty Dancing, Cantor had already begun a promising career. He attended Harvard University, where he was involved in numerous theater productions. His acting career was brief, consisting of only a handful of roles, including a part in Todd Solondz's 1989 film Fear, Anxiety, and Depression, the 1983 TV pilot Diner, and an episode of Legwork in 1987. However, Dirty Dancing remained his most notable role. After his short-lived acting career, Cantor shifted his focus to journalism. He became a writer for The Village Voice, covering important issues such as heroin addiction and social crises in New York City. He was particularly interested in ibogaine, a controversial substance believed to counteract heroin addiction, and was investigating the story of East Village cult leader and murderer Daniel Rakowitz at the time of his death. Cantor was the son of renowned theatrical producer Arthur Cantor and grew up in the Dakota Apartments on West 72nd Street in Manhattan. He attended collegiate school and later graduated from Buxton School in Massachusetts. As a child, he spent summers at Camp Hillcroft, where he participated in theatrical performances. Tragically, Cantor passed away in 1991 at the age of 32 due to a heroin overdose. His death was particularly poignant, given his journalistic focus on drug addiction. At the time, he was researching and writing a book about Daniel Rakowitz and the murder of dancer Monica Beerley. His promising career in both acting and journalism was cut short far too soon. Despite his brief time in Hollywood, Cantor left an impact through his portrayal of Robbie in Dirty Dancing and his dedicated investigative work in journalism. His legacy remains a complex blend of talent, ambition, and tragedy. Charles Honi Coles as Tito Suarez. Among the many talented performers who graced the screen in Dirty Dancing, Charles Honi Coles made a memorable, albeit brief, appearance as Tito Suarez, the charismatic bandleader at Kellerman's Resort. Though he had limited screen time, his presence brought an air of authenticity and energy to the film, showcasing his background as a legendary tap dancer and entertainer. Coles was already a well-established performer long before Dirty Dancing. Born on April 2, 1911, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, he rose to fame in the 1940s as part of a famous tap dancing duo with Charles "Cholly" Atkins. Together, they revolutionized the soft shoe style, earning widespread recognition for their precision and elegance. Coles also performed in vaudeville and on Broadway, later gaining acclaim as a solo act. Beyond his contributions to dance, Coles had a few notable film and television appearances. He played a small role in Rocky II and The Cotton Club, which celebrated the jazz and dance culture of the Harlem Renaissance. His Broadway career reached new heights when he won a Tony Award in 1983 for his performance in My One and Only, further cementing his status as a legendary entertainer. Dirty Dancing was Coles's final film role, but he remained active in the arts, mentoring younger generations of dancers and contributing to the preservation of tap dance as a respected art form. His influence was recognized posthumously when he was inducted into the Tap Dance Hall of Fame in 2003. Coles married Marion Evelyn Edwards in 1944, a fellow dancer who performed in the #1 chorus at the Apollo Theater. The couple had 2 children and shared a deep passion for the arts. On November 12, 1992, Coles passed away at the age of 81 after battling cancer. His wife, Marion, continued to advocate for dance and education until her passing in 2009 at the age of 94. Although Coles is no longer with us, his legacy lives on through his impact on Broadway, Hollywood, and the world of tap dancing. He was a pioneer who helped elevate tap to a sophisticated art form, and his contributions continue to inspire dancers and performers today. Neil Jones as Billy Kostecki. In Dirty Dancing, Billy Kostecki was the ever-loyal cousin of Johnny Castle, a good-natured and helpful presence at Kellerman's Resort. While Billy wasn't as flashy as Johnny, he played a crucial role in the film's plot. He introduced Baby to Johnny and was instrumental in setting up Penny's ill-fated abortion. Neil Jones, the actor who brought Billy to life, made his feature film debut with Dirty Dancing, and though he wasn't a household name, he went on to have a prolific career in film, television, and theater. Following his breakout role, Jones carved out a solid career in both Hollywood and the stage. He had small but notable roles in films such as G.I. Jane, The Devil's Advocate, and In America. One of his most substantial television roles came in the HBO miniseries Generation Kill, where he played Sergeant, Major John Sixta. His performance was praised by critics, including the Boston Globe and the Star-Ledger. Jones also had guest appearances in numerous popular TV shows, including Law and Order: Criminal Minds, where he played serial killer Carl Arnold, a.k.a. The Fox, The Sopranos, Sex and the City, and Rescue Me, where he played the gay son of Chief Jerry Riley. He worked alongside legendary actors such as Al Pacino in Chinese Coffee, 2000, marking one of several collaborations with the Oscar-winning star. Before stepping onto the Dirty Dancing set, Jones honed his craft in New York theater, starring in productions such as Macbeth and the Tony Award-winning Big River. He continued to work in theater throughout his career, starring in productions at the Irish Arts Center, where he also served as artistic director. Jones later transitioned into directing, staging plays like Celtic Tiger, Me Arse, by Don Creedon and Red Roses and Petrol by Joseph O'Connor. Jones has remained largely out of the public eye in recent years, with his last credited role appearing in the 2011 short film Carbone: Breaking Point. While there is little public information about his personal life, it appears that he has stepped away from Hollywood and may be focusing on other artistic pursuits or enjoying a quieter life outside the industry. Miranda Garrison as Vivian Pressman. Dirty Dancing introduced audiences to a cast of memorable characters, including the glamorous and mischievous Vivian Pressman, played by Miranda Garrison. Vivian, a wealthy guest at Kellerman's Resort, is known for her flirtations with Johnny Castle and her scandalous affair with Robbie Gould. After Johnny rejects her advances, she seeks revenge by falsely accusing him of theft. However, her scheme ultimately unravels when the true culprit is revealed. While Garrison portrayed the seductive Vivian on screen, she was also making a significant impact behind the scenes as the assistant choreographer for Dirty Dancing. She worked closely with lead choreographer Kenny Ortega to craft the film's iconic dance sequences, including the unforgettable lift performed by Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey. After Dirty Dancing, Garrison continued to showcase her talents both in front of and behind the camera. She appeared in several dance-centric films such as Salsa and The Forbidden Dance, often playing roles that highlighted her expertise as a dancer. However, her primary focus shifted toward choreography, where she made a lasting mark on Hollywood. Some of her most notable work includes choreographing Evita, starring Madonna, and Selena, featuring Jennifer Lopez. Garrison also returned to the Dirty Dancing franchise in 2004 as the choreographer for Dirty Dancing: Havana Nights, a prequel to the original film. Additionally, she served as a judge on the British reality TV competition Dirty Dancing: The Time of Your Life, from 2007 to 2008. Now in her 70s, Miranda Garrison has largely stepped away from Hollywood's spotlight. While she no longer appears on screen, she remains respected in the dance industry for her contributions to film choreography. Throughout her career, she collaborated with renowned artists such as Al Pacino, Keanu Reeves, and Antonio Banderas. Garrison also worked on films like The Rocketeer, The Skeleton Key, and Poseidon in additional crew roles. Though she maintains a private personal life, Garrison has occasionally shared insights into her experiences in interviews. In a 2008 conversation with Female First, she reflected on the challenges and triumphs of choreographing Dirty Dancing and the cultural impact of its dance sequences. As of recent estimates, Miranda Garrison's net worth is believed to be around $1.5 million. Her earnings stem from her decades-long career as a choreographer, dancer, actress, and judge on reality television. Wayne Knight as Stan. When Dirty Dancing premiered in 1987, it introduced audiences to a host of memorable characters, including Stan, an employee at Kellerman's Mountain Resort. Played by Wayne Knight, Stan was responsible for announcing events, training sessions, and even taking part in the evening entertainment program. With his quick wit and comedic timing, Stan added a light-hearted touch to the film. While it was one of Knight's earliest credited roles, it was just the beginning of a remarkable career in Hollywood. Following his role in Dirty Dancing, Wayne Knight's career skyrocketed. He quickly became a recognizable face in Hollywood, landing major roles in critically acclaimed films like JFK and Basic Instinct. However, his breakthrough came in 1993 when he portrayed the duplicitous Dennis Nedry in Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park. His performance as the disgruntled computer programmer responsible for the park's security breach left a lasting impression on audiences. While Jurassic Park cemented his status as a Hollywood star, Knight became a household name thanks to his role as the obnoxious mailman Newman on Seinfeld. From 1991 to 1998, his hilarious rivalry with Jerry Seinfeld made him one of the most beloved sitcom villains of all time. He further solidified his sitcom success with his portrayal of Officer Don Orville on Third Rock from the Sun, where he played a bumbling but well-meaning police officer. Beyond live-action roles, Knight has made a significant impact in animation. His distinctive voice has been featured in numerous films and TV shows, including Disney's Hercules, Toy Story 2, Shaolin Showdown, Cat Scratch, and Kung Fu Panda, Legends of Awesomeness. More recently, he has lent his voice to projects like Harley Quinn and Infinity Train. Knight has remained active in Hollywood well into the 2020s. His most recent live-action role was in 12 Mighty Orphans, 2021, and he continues to take on new projects. Wayne Knight was born on August 7, 1955, making him 69 years old as of 2025. He was previously married to makeup artist Paula Suter from 1996 to 2003. In 2006, he married Claire Deschaneux, and together they have a son named Liam. The family resides in Toluca Lake, Los Angeles, where Knight has lived for many years. Knight is also known for his political activism. He attended the 2012 Democratic National Convention and, ahead of the 2020 U.S. presidential election, appeared in an advertisement highlighting issues with male worker protections and government support. The advertisement was critical of then-President Donald Trump and aligned with Democratic Party messaging. Wayne Knight has enjoyed a prolific career spanning over 4 decades. His estimated net worth is around $10 million, a testament to his success in both film and television. Fun fact. So what happened to the lake, you ask? Well, it was filmed partly in Lake Lure, North Carolina, and Mountain Lake, Virginia. Mountain Lake dried up in 2008 and was nothing more than a pond until refilling happened in 2020. What's your favorite dance number from this movie? Has anyone else visited Lake Lure or Mountain Lake? Comment down below to let us know. Thanks for joining us. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Video.